She'll like that. So it's a yes from you, dog. It's a yes from you, dog. All right, congratulations. All right, but does William have what it takes to take Nisha out of the running? William, he loves his dog. He actually rescues them. He has about 50 in his backyard, so when you come over for a date, it is really stinky in his house. But it's okay, because it's his mama's house, and he still lives in the basement. William!
I'll tell you a little something, okay?
Uh-oh.
I'm an intellectual with a busy schedule, and you don't need to see my hand slates to know that both of my hands are full. Don't get me wrong, I love the party, socialize, have an all-around great time, but I still got to get down with that usual morning grind.
Oh!
Yes, I do have a 9 to 5. That's always good to play. You have things my way. That's why I want to work like every single day. I work in financial services so I can help other people get things, and they don't got the resources to credit, Robinhood, TD, and Airtrade. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my whole life. That's really a fraction. That's why every single night I'm out here chasing my passions and pursuing my dreams. I'm entertaining these fools up on this stage and in front of that screen. Yes, I do act, but I also do rap. And I can even get up on that stage and make some funny things happen. Dude, I even be performing comedy acts. You know, the kind where I'll have you hollering so bad that you can't even breathe when you go to laugh. Make no mistake about that. Entertainment is where my heart is at. And these last few seconds are just a few parts of everything that I am.
That's the mic. If anything, fools, was he entertaining our Judge David?
Actually, I thought that was pretty entertaining.
All right.
You know, aside from being a judge, I double as a pastor, and I might have you write some of my sermons because you probably are more interesting than me.
Can I get an amen for that?
Amen.
All right, thank you so much. So, Judge David, we've got Nisha, the cat lady, William, the dog dude. Who are you going with?
Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going with you.
Oh, praise the Lord! Thank you so much. Thank you. That was our random skit. I know, it's BS. It's a white guy again.
Oh, that's good. Want to get up?
I guess I could turn it on now. Guess I could lose the mask, right? 6 feet. 6 feet. Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicago's Top Model. We have with us two wonderful, beautiful contestants who are going to be showing us their moves on the catwalk. Then I'll be having a short interview with them. We're going to see what they're really made of. First off, introducing the indomitable Red Robin, Hamza. Oh, would you look at that? The man's got it for days. There it is, the coiffed hair, the walk, the belt. It's everything. And next, we have our beautiful Neo Cleopatra Tabitha. Oh, that's right. Working the boots, got the moves. Let's hear it for her. Absolutely. Now, let's bring you both back out. I'd like to get to know both of you. So I think one of our top questions that we ask every model when we're bringing them to the agency is, when the apocalypse truly comes and zombies walk the earth, what is your survival plan?
When the apocalypse comes and zombies walk the earth, I'll be in heaven. So I won't have to worry about it.
Okay, all right. Just Give it up early.
When the zombie apocalypse comes, I don't want to live in it. That sounds stressful. Trying to figure, oh my god, it's soap? I need my soap to wash my hands. Where am I going to get soap? So I'm just going to off myself. Don't want to deal with that. I don't want anybody biting me unless it's in a fun way behind a closed door. That's it. That's all I want.
I love it. Thank you. The answer we were looking for, though, is steal food from other survivors. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get you guys there. Now, I want to hear, tell me a little bit of something. What is your favorite place in Chicago, Marionette Park specifically?
Actually, I think my favorite place is 115 Bourbon because I actually am from New Orleans. So I love the flavor here. I love it. So this actually is my favorite spot.
And for you, sir?
Actually, I haven't been here long, but so far it's my favorite place. I've seen the large selection of drinks they have, and it gives me a chance to drink away my life. I don't have to be up or conscious. It's amazing.
Perfect. And that is what we call corporate shilling, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for playing along with that. Let's do dogs versus cats.
Dogs, of course. I have a little foo-foo. Her name is Sassy. She's white. She's fluffy. Who doesn't like dogs? Come on now.
Stop me. Alright, dogs suck. They lick their own butthole and then lick you. And then you eat with that same hand without washing your hands. People are disgusting. Cats are clean. You don't even need to potty train them. Just put the litter box out. They're nice to you. They don't lick you. They meow once in a while, and you don't have to take them out on walks. They're so much better.
Perfect. I was going to go with gophers, personally. All right, let's do something a little bit more on brand. Why don't you tell me about, are you a gamer? Gamer? Not a gamer. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about what is the most aggravating thing. Well, doing interviews is hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think of questions. Really not.
Over, thank you.
Yeah, you do that.
Thank you. Okay, we have two very fine gentlemen on the stage. How about you tell me what you would do to take a girl out and give her a good night on the town?
All right. Good night on the town. Well, every good night on the town begins with a little bit of excitement. So probably the first thing I would do is crash my car directly into her living room. Absolutely startle the crap out of her, you know? Get the adrenaline pumping, really make everything about a life or death situation. Then we get the Uber, right? But in the middle of the drive, I take over. That's right, I've bought a knife. More excitement. We drive to an abandoned park. I've got wine. It's lovely. We go out to the middle of the field. She's scared but curious. We drink wine. We have a lovely time. I take her number down. I never call her again.
Even if you try calling, it'll block you. I know, I'm already going to block you. I don't have your number.
I'm not saying it hasn't worked.
Well, I do something simple, you know. Most of the time I try to figure out how to bring them back to my house because, to be honest, I'm not very into showing girls a good time, ever. That's probably why I never get a call back either. So maybe I should rethink about that.
Telling you the excitement plan. 60% of the time it works out.
Okay, these gentlemen have very good looks, but I don't think any of the ladies need to go out. You might not come back alive. All right, gentlemen. Now I'm going to ask, what is your favorite television show?
I only watch porn, but yeah. So I can name a few series from there. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. We're just going to keep this family friendly, right?
In the English dictionary, I think
You know, I think I'm actually going to answer this question seriously. So I'm like a huge geek, right? That is pretty obvious. And The Expanse on Amazon, I basically just binged the entire series like last month, and it was incredible, and I loved it. And I I basically just wanted the beard that Amos has, so that's pretty much what I did. Yeah. So watch The Expanse. It's worth it, and also it's the only TV show that I've ever heard of that was a billionaire's favorite TV show and got canceled, and the billionaire was like, no, uncancel the show, I'm paying for it now. Just make episodes for me.
I thought that was a safe question, but with the corn answer, I guess no question is safe with thumbs up, okay? All right, so one more question. If you could win $1 million, what would you do with it? And you cannot say world peace, okay?
If I had $1 million, I'd use it as a down payment on a sensible house, because houses are stupid expensive. $1 million doesn't go very far. Yeah.
$1 million is a lot of money. Well, I put about half of it into investing. I know you guys are scared about what I'm going to say next. Don't worry too much. It's okay. I've learned that you guys aren't okay with honesty now. So half of it goes into investing, maybe some houses, properties. The other half, well, I'd go to see a man, an actor actually. He's very popular. He's played many roles. An actor, a doctor, a teacher. I think some of you know who I'm talking about. You might have seen some memes about him. I'm just going to say his first name is Johnny, and it ends at that.
I missed that. I'm also going to go with him. Just it sounds better than mine.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed the interview tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
This side.
You guys got it.
He wants to play too.
I thought I saw my brother like.
Alright guys, this is gonna be super fun, okay? So, we're gonna play those charades. Okay, so, yeah, charades. So, what I want to see you guys do, you're gonna think of like your favorite actor, actress, your video, let's do a video game. Yeah. I want you to act it out, we're gonna guess who you are. Okay, you ready? So, whoever wants to go first.
1 point for me. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah! 2 points! Okay. Yeah! Yes!
It's Captain Falcon. Yeah, I got you. Come on, Mario.
Oh, jump, jump!
Now I'm jumping.
Oh, wait. Come on. do anything. Let's just do anything. Whatever you're doing, like, sounds like. I don't know.
Alright, so guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shout out suggestions to them and make that act out for us. Alright, so I want to hear about the next over here.
In 5 seconds.
I'll go first. No, where's the Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. Kobe.
Who else has a suggestion for us? We have 2 more in us. Waiting for another cat farm. No arms. Waiting for another cat farm.
Alright, now I stand.
Do you, sir, take this lovely lady to see your lovely wife?
I do.
And does anybody from the crowd, the mother, the groom, the father of the bride, and the dissenter in the back, do any of you have anything to say against this holy matrimony?
It's about time.
Okay.
Oh!
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to hurry this along, and you may now take the bride's hand.
No!
Take the bride's hand.
Realizing the rings,
The ring.
you got the toe rings?
Please pass the tail rings.
No!
Apparently, the mother of the groom has something to say. Please state your objection.
Mother, please.
This man has no arms!
Neither do you, mother.
Neither do I.
That's why we're love.
Brilliant, but I do. And I have here the rings, the toe rings, so if you will place them at your feet, I am about to place them. Any other final objections?
I'm dying.
Well, surely we can resolve
No,
these
mother,
things.
please!
Forever happiness here. And now the ceremony, the dance, the longest dance. Well done. Okay, that's great. Okay, who else has last suggestion?
One more suggestion. What do you guys got?
Sports.
Synchronized swimming!
It's synchronized swimming for the deaf.
Oh yeah, my man gotta go first. He got next Eminem, Come on, let's see. Hey, we got a beat for this man. Hey, somebody spin that DJ thing. Yeah, man.
You've ever seen charades like that?
So truth is, I feel like I've been making progress. I'm gonna remember days like your boy was a hybrid. I'm a hybrid that I turned a hero to a sidekick. Mentally, I'm super vibrant. I'm both social and silent. But truthfully, I levitate. Through time and space with a lack of social grace. I'm not even in the game. I'm the one that calls the plays. It's jaw drop so amazing. I have to ride in my wave because your boy gets to stay. And I'm gonna spit the same one for you because I'm just a lyrical intellect. Got me the power to intercept enemies' energies, devious enemies. Wonder the better. Let's talk about diamonds and platinum's weight. Not the way on my Ferraris' weight. Used to do this shit in college. not because of lack of knowledge. The thoughts of a prophet seek just like a prophet. I'm sick as fuck, I need to be nauseous, I'm loud and obnoxious. I might just conversate with my conscience about expanding my pockets. My pockets on Red Cross, they've been growing. I'm omnipotent, left them super soaking, that's the truth though. It's little man, big body, looking like a sumo, tossing like it's judo, that's the truth. I got the moves, I got the sauce, I got the juice like it's juice roll. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl on the mic, that's the truth. Everything I do is gold, but I gotta be honest. She hooked on me like I'm phonics. That's some old school stuff, I'm sorry. But they give me dirty looks, what Kanye call them, Laurie. Yeah, I killed those, hide the evidence. I told you my flow heaven sent. I'm about to turn a hard rapper to irrelevant, and I walked in the room and now I look like an elephant.
No, it's not music. It's magic.
Ooh, okay.
All right, guys. So back in elementary school, I used to do magic shows, and this is definitely something that you will not find anywhere else. It's a special trick. Only magicians in the inner circle know about this. You guys ready? Go. Here we go. See that? Like, from your perspective, my left thumb is in my right hand. From your perspective, okay? I'm going to separate it. Keep in mind, this is really hard to do. You have to be double jointed to do something like this. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nathan Matz. I'm a stand-up comedian from Appleton, Wisconsin originally. Now I'm down in Chicago. And I know what you're all thinking. Nathan, you're a good-looking guy. You're handsome. You got comedy all set up for you. Let me tell you, it makes things a little awkward sometimes, you know. Because sometimes before the show, I like to get to know the audience a little bit. I've been getting to know the audience over here. And I was talking to her, and she gave me her number. I'm like, that's not great because we're both in this together, right? And it was super awkward because the guy right next to her who she came with, he gave me his number right before that. So, thank you, I know. It's my whole gig. Yeah, it's not everybody thinks I'm beautiful though. They're like, Nathan, you got a little weight on you. But let me tell you something, I call myself a project man, okay? And if you don't think people like project men, there's a whole channel called HGTV, okay? If I put myself in house terms, this is my hardwood floors. This is my crumbling foundation, all right? Girl's gonna come in here, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna put a rug on that, it's gonna be good, we're gonna have a good time, and she's not gonna know about this, she's gonna have to get a contractor. That's what I call my personal trainer. He does not like it, I didn't always do stand-up comedy, I was in the Army before that. Yeah, don't clap. I just like to say that because every time I mention it, Toby Keith wakes up somewhere, he's like, oh, what's going on? And then he writes a song about me. I really like it. People always ask me, Nathan, was being in the Army hard? I was like, no, but basic training was fun. For instance, the nicknames are a lot of fun. We had these two guys that were like grown-up babies. We called them the Gerber Baby Twins. You know, the kind of nickname you want when you're fighting America's enemies. We had this one kid who was too skinny to be in the military. And we were like, okay, his name was Malat. We're like, Malat, you're just going to go to the doctor, and you're going to be just fine. And he was like, okay, you got put on double rations, which means you got to eat twice as much as everybody else. So that became his nickname, We're like, double rations, you got this. And every week you go to the doctor until 1 week he came in. And he was smiling ear to ear. And he goes, guys, guess what? I'm not on double rations anymore. And everyone starts clapping for him, but I'm a quick thinker, so from the back of the barracks go, way to go, fatty! And that became his nickname, skinniest guy at basic training. I didn't do a dangerous job in the Army. I was a reporter in the Army. So, like, if I was on the front lines, you should start learning Chinese, right? It's like me and the cooks. Yeah, beer pungwa, that's don't shoot me in Chinese, okay? I give up, it's okay, I don't know what Russian is, so we're kind of, let me know if you know. All right, I'll close on this one. Tinder is what I mainly use to try to get dates. I have a girlfriend now, but originally I was on Tinder, and I had a good experience, well, not a good experience, I had a comic experience, which is great for me. 26 years old, smart, college-educated girl, I was looking forward to meeting her, but then when I got to the date, it turns out she was a furry. I know. Those of you who don't know what a furry is, it's a person that dresses like an animal and wants to be treated like that animal, which isn't a problem for me, but I don't want, she was dressed as a cat, and I was like, I don't want my girlfriend showing everybody her behind with her tail up in the air every time they're over to visit, right? But I tried, I was like, okay, she's like, I just want you to treat me like I would a cat, so I said I'm allergic. And, and fine, yeah, thanks guys. Anyway, right there, thanks.
Hey guys. I don't really do stand-up. I just, the Tinder story made me think of a story from my life that I like to share with people. So just to let you know, I'm in a nice relationship now. This story has a happy ending. I've figured out my life in terms of that. So I just want to preface that with that. I have a nice girlfriend now. Back in the days when I was struggling, I got on Tinder. It was my first week on Tinder, and my boys and I were going out to Colorado to hang with one of my buddies. For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to get on Tinder and be swiping when I'm in another state. I also was unfamiliar with Tinder. I really didn't know that it was mostly for hookups and stuff, but I thought, no, I'm going to find the one. I'm going to find the one on Tinder. So this whole thing started. I matched with a girl named Maddie out in Colorado, and we were hitting it off. We were talking, and it was a really nice conversation. And she said, hey, do you want to go hiking with me tomorrow since you're in town? So I was like, yeah. All my buddies were like, dude, you don't even know this girl. Like, she could be a 50-year-old man, and you're going out into the wilderness to hike with her. But I was like, hey, I really want to kiss a girl, because I haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. I've done it now. Haven't done it at that point. I was desperate, so I went out into the wilderness to meet someone I didn't know. So I met her, and she was exactly as advertised, which was lucky. And we went on this beautiful hike, and the first mile of it was all uphill. It was beautiful. It was awesome. And we just got a great view. I was going to try to kiss her, but I was too scared, so we didn't do that, but it's okay. We had a good time. So then we're coming back down this mountain, and we come to a fork in the road, and she says, all right, you pick, right or left. And I was like, all right, well, let's go left. And she was like, oh, cool. I've never gone this way, but I'm sure it goes back to the parking lot. It did not. It went two more miles straight downhill. So we were like jogging down this hill the whole time. Finally, we get to like a flat space, and I was like, okay, we are not back at the parking lot. And she was like, it's okay. I'm sure we can just like keep going and it'll be fine. The short version of the story is we were lost in the Colorado wilderness with each other for 8 hours with no food and no water. A couple of things that happened while we were out there. We came up on a sign that said, like, mountain lion spotted recently or something alarming. And I was like, hey, what does this mean? Like, should I be alarmed? And she's like, no, it's fine. They just put those up because somebody saw one earlier. And I was like, oh, okay. Like an hour later, we were up on a ridge, and we looked down, and right where we were standing, we saw a mountain lion. So very close to that thing. Also, only thing scarier than mountain lions in the Colorado wilderness, goats. Those big rams with like the things, they have signs all over the place that say, do not look them in the eyes. If there is a family, like, don't do anything. So we came up on a group of a dozen of them blocking the path. And she, before we got there, she looked me like dead in the eyes, and she looked scared. And because she was like, okay, walk straight ahead. Do not make any movements. Go straight ahead. So we had to like walk like this through the goats, and I was like 2 seconds away from sprinting. But it was the closest to death I think I've ever came in my entire life. But so we got through this 8 hours together. We ended up coming back to the road, and we stumbled upon a Sonic Foods that I thought was a mirage. And we ate everything on the menu and had a really nice time. And 2 years later, I actually went back out to Colorado, and we met up at the same Sonic Foods. So it's really nice. But thanks for listening.
All right, I guess we'll keep this train going as far as comedy and stand-up and just introducing ourselves through the avenues of comedy. I'm something of a lover of snapping facts, right? Like those little like quick hit things that you learn that you're like, huh, that's a thing. So one of my favorite things in the entire world is that 2 facts about men and women worldwide. So men almost universally die before women, like something like 3-year average age difference between men and women. It's like 71 for men in the US, like 74 for women. It's a couple years old. And by the time that you're like 25, the world is actually 51% woman and 49% men. And I always thought that was interesting, right? Because like the birth rates between men and women are like almost exactly 50% worldwide. So it's like, well, what's going on there? And I think we all know the answer to that, right? Like, it's very definitely that guys are, they do dumb things. Like, they fight in wars, or they ride motorcycles, or like they tell their friends, like, I bet you I can swallow this whole egg. And, they sit there and they like get in a shopping cart. And they're like, yeah, we can totally ramp it. You can't ramp it in a shopping cart. No, you just end up upside down in a creek drowning in 3 inches of water. And I was like, yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird. But I realized that must be why there's so many male world leaders. It's because you don't know what a good idea looks like until you've made a whole ton of bad ones. So, the other piece is, oh man, I totally lost my train of thought. I had something set up, and it had something to do with dating. And I'm trying to, thank you. What was it? It was something about Tinder and swiping and the mistakes of going out on dates. I think one of my most interesting date stories had to be, when they tell you never to talk politics or religion, like when you first meet somebody, and then the very first thing that ends up happening on a date is you end up talking both politics and religion. And it's not to get political or anything like that, but I once talked with somebody who was talking about current events, right? And they had some differing political opinions than me. But they were completely wrong. Like, I ended up being out on a date with a conspiracy theorist, okay? And, they had, you know what, no, not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it here, because I'm just realizing that this is going a little bit in the wrong direction, but I will tell you my favorite joke. My favorite joke in the entire world. And it does have some blue words in it. One, in particular, place for emphasis. But there's 3 guys, and they're on a boat, and they're, in the South Pacific Islands, and their boat crashes during a storm, and they wind up shipwrecked on an island. And they're surrounded by the natives, who have them held hostage. And they're like, we are going to bring you in front of our king, we are going to kill you, we are going to skin you, and we are going to turn you into canoes. But you may choose the way that you die. So they bring them in front of the king, and there's an Englishman, a Frenchman, and an American. And the Englishman gets brought up before the king. The king says, you will be our canoe, but you may choose the way you'd like to die. And the Englishman goes, give me a pistol. So they bring him a pistol with 1 shot. And he points it at his head, and he says, God save the queen! He blows his head off, and they drag his body away. And then the Frenchman, horrified, sees this. He musters up courage, goes in front of the king. The king is like, you will be our canoe, but you may choose how you would like to die. And the Frenchman goes, give me the sword. And so they bring him a sharpened saber, and he points it at his own heart, and he goes, Vive la France! And runs himself through, and they drag his body away. And the American, looking at this happen, turns around. Cut, cut. They bring him up in front of the king. And the king is like, you will be our canoe, but you may choose how you would like to die. The American looks around. Give me a fork. The king, puzzled, looks at him. Yeah, fork. So they shrug, and they bring him a fork. The American picks up the fork, and he just starts stabbing himself all over, just bleeding out. It's horrible, and he just screams, fuck your canoe! And that was my favorite. What?
What's up, everybody? So I'm thinking of a body part. I want you guys to all guess what it is. Can you hear me now? So I'm thinking of a body part. I want you guys to guess what it is. I'll give you a hint. It's hairy, it's pointy, and it's about 2 inches long when it's fully hard. No, it's my nipple. Because it's cold outside, isn't it? See, I've been spending a lot of time on the internet lately, and that can mean a lot of things in this day and age because the internet's on our phone. I feel like it's led to a couple different problems in my life, but I can't figure out exactly what it is. I feel like it's either that I have an internet addiction or I'm spending way too much time on the toilet. I probably should see a doctor for either one, but it'll probably be all right. Either way, I'm spending a lot of time on the wonderful world of Facebook. Y'all know what Facebook is, right? No, you don't. Nobody knows what Facebook is anymore. What is Facebook? Like, when I was a kid, everybody knew what Facebook was. It was so simple. Nowadays, Facebook has like evolved in like a crappier version of itself while still managing to maintain its fan base. It's not like Pokemon was. Anybody remember Pokemon? When I was a kid, Pokemon was awesome. Okay, they had a fire-breathing dragon. They had a little mouse that threw lightning bolts at you. Now, they literally have a Pokemon that is a flaming bag of trash. I'm not even joking. His one power is he throws flaming garbage at people. And that's what Facebook does. Facebook has become little better than a toilet seat in a gas station bathroom. I mean, there is just so much crap on there. So much crap on there. Can I cuss up here? No, I'm good. Notice I said on there. Not in there, on there. Like somebody just missed. Facebook has become like the Swiss Army knife for everything that's messed up in our world today. It's become like a cheesy dating app. It's become an online bazaar for people to sell all the laundry soap or the baby formula they stole from CVS. Facebook is obviously a place to make friends, right? They got groups. It's like, what are you into? Are you into stand-up comedy? Are you into improv? Are you into movies? Do you like cosplay? Do you like bondage, BDSM? Well, let me tell you something. There is a Facebook group for you, my guy. Not saying I know that from experience. I'm just calling it like I see it. Facebook is also, it's done a really good job of showing us how much we kind of value pieces of crap in our society. Case in point, look at what people post on Facebook, and look what gets the most likes. You get someone who posts like, oh, hey, everybody, my first son just became the first person in our family to graduate from college. You get like 5 likes. You get someone who starts their own business, gets like 10 likes. Then you got a picture of like a hot girl who's just backing it up in a Walmart dressing room in a pair of yoga pants. It gets like 1,000 likes. Yeah, that's all I got.
Hello. I just have a very short public announcement. There's a lot of people that have used Tinder. They've mentioned that in their stories today. Tinder is filthy, okay, and very dangerous. I'm always careful. I am very careful, okay? When I touch a lady, I wear rubber gloves, all right? Some of them don't. They don't like that, especially when they see my house is full of rubber gloves and dental dams. But you know what? You know who doesn't like it? It's people with diseases. And I want cleanliness, okay? That's all I'm asking for. You may think, oh, he's not okay with kissing. I'm okay with kissing if they brush their teeth for 2 minutes with the brush at a 45-degree angle to the tooth, using the Bass technique, and then they rinse with, some fluoride mouth rinse for 60 seconds. I'm okay. Maybe. I will do the same thing. All I want is for everyone to be clean. Okay? God knows we're all dirty. I wash my hands before I put the gloves on. And I just want to let you know, if you want to audition for GTV, they will want you to wear gloves for the rest of the auditions. Thank you.
Hey everyone. So I want to. So we're gonna just change how we're doing this. So I want everyone who's going to come up here. I want you to talk about esports. Some of you guys, when you were having, let's get 2 people to go up at a time, like you were doing yesterday. I want you to just go over any. If you're into esports, I want you to talk about what you're most passionate about, which games. I talked to a couple people yesterday, Cyberpunk. Stuff like that. If you hate Cyberpunk, I actually thought I played for like 10 minutes. I played more, but I think it's pretty cool. But if you think it sucks, get passionate and just give your opinion and so on. Who wants to go first? 2 people. So there's
Can I talk about it?
Hey everybody, my name is Luke Keith. I am from Mokina, Illinois, so I am from here. Alright, so a little bit about myself. I'm 26 years old. A couple things that I'm interested in, obviously gaming, music, all that good stuff. I actually have worked for Midnight Esports, was in Call of Duty, well, it's not performing or playing, but I was a content creator for them, still currently am. Some of my favorite games that I play currently right now would be Rocket League, League of Legends, a little bit of Apex Legends. Pretty much if it has Legends in the name, I probably will play it. Legends, yeah, there's another one, But yeah, as far as gaming, I've been gaming probably since I came out of the womb. Be totally transparent, I picked up a controller and just started going after it. Built my own PC when I was 18. And pretty much ever since then, I've been working, producing music, and doing stuff pretty much on my own, just with gaming and all that good stuff. I can be found on Twitch at Burger McTrigger. My gamer tag is very obnoxious, but I love it. I'm not going to change it. And other than that, that's pretty much all the information I got for you guys. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and getting to work with possibly all of you at once.
So my name is Ikan Babu. I'm from Nigeria, but I was raised in California. So as far as I recently graduated grad school, and as far as thank you. Yeah, and esports goes, so I'm a big gamer. Ever since I was a kid, I've been playing games. I started off with Smash Bros. It really got me through some tough times in elementary school. Me and my friends come home. Let's say the teacher gave us 1,000 assignments. In elementary school, one assignment feels like 1,000. So we get 1,000 assignments. We go home Okay, cool. At least we get some downtime to play some Smash. And then we just go right into it. So I've been gaming my whole life. Even when it came to just to esports, like I play a lot of MOBA, like Smite. Like Smite is that's my game. Smite. Nobody's beating me in Smite. Smite. Main character. So Morgan. Oh,
Mercury.
okay. So I'm into MOBA games. I have never really gotten into League of Legends, but I love any game that's really competitive. 2K2. That's 2K is the game for the boys, so I love 2K2. But as far as like gaming goes consecutively, like I always wanted to go to a gaming competition, but due to school, I never really had the chance to. I'm planning on doing at least one for Smite. At least one in the upcoming months, maybe like a virtual one, because I do read up a lot about that stuff. So my goal is to do a Smite tournament. But hey, my dude, as far as esports goes, who do you think the best player is in the world right now? So okay, right now I'm thinking, I'm gonna go corny, Fortnite. Who do you think the best Fortnite player is? Don't say Ninja, don't say Ninja. Wait, why?
It's not much just the player yourself. I love watching people that actually enjoy what they're doing. I've never been a big fan of anybody that has played League of Legends understands that there's a lot of toxicity in that whole gaming community. Everybody's down to flame and tell somebody they don't know how to play the game, whatever. It's not the biggest deal. But I like seeing people that just enjoy playing the game, that are competitively good at the game. Don't feel like they need to bring somebody else down to make them feel like they're a better player.
So my question is,